The key to a victory in this game will be what, Bart?
Well, for me, it's Mark Ingram, because when the Saints are a finesse team. I mean, it's a physical team disguised as a finesse team. When Ingram was out for the suspension, Kamara was getting overused, and it was concerns about him. He's good in spurts. Mark Ingram is the guy that sets the tone, physical between the tackles. Last week, 63 yards, those 63 tough yards. In between, sending a message. I think he represents Sean Payton in everything that he wants to be. A power running team, with the ability to throw the ball over the top with Drew Brees. Last year, the recipe was, really taking some of the carry, some of the plays away from Drew Brees and making sure that you can lean on that play action in the Superdome.
What do you think?
He mentioned the Superdome. We'll say, Sean Payton at home in the Superdome. I think we've all been there, right? I mean, it is one of the loudest places in football, as well as one of the coldest press boxes.
Yeah, it is.
There are people literally with blankets on in that press box.
Yeah. People, do you mean you?
No, yeah. I'm suited and booted. I'm suited and booted, but I might go sweater too.
Their press box is so high, it's right by the air conditioning.
It's right by the air conditioning, and it just dumps on you the entire time.
Okay.
So, but I will say, it's at the Superdome, but also I think it's Sean Payton. I think it's what Sean Payton can do in terms of how he's going to call this game. And they've shown that they've won in a variety of ways this year. And I think that's important. And you look at last week against the Vikings, Drew Brees said it wasn't conservative. He said it was smart. We wanted to keep, that Vikings offense off the field. Rams offense, hopefully you can keep them off the field. And you look at the way they've won these games, particularly last week. Let's see if Sean Payton comes in with this game plan. And I think a lot of it goes to what Bart said, too, in running the football and finding different ways to keep that offense on the field. And does he outsmart everybody's main guy, Sean McVay, and how this goes? I think Sean Payton plays a huge role if the Saints want to win this.
Battle of the wits. We don't have enough tie here for a double Windsor, but I did it for you anyway.
Plenty of tie.
It doesn't even get to the belly button down here.
It looks great.
You look like Happy.
Perfect.
This is me in the Halloween spirit. Cooper Kupp. He's back.
Yes.
I wish they could say they missed him. They scored 68 points in 2 games without him, but they had a slow start against the Packers defense, and I'm sure Kupp would have helped, but he is back this week. He maybe could have played last week, but they said, you know what, let's just be safe with this one. We have so many other weapons on offense, but now he's back, and let's see him. Let's see if he can work the slot. P.J. Williams versus Cooper Kupp. P.J. Williams played a really good game last week. He was even all over guys when they caught the ball. So let's see a little bit of that matchup here between those two guys.
I'm wondering about the Rams secondary. How will that hold? Because Aqib Talib, he's out. You got Marcus Peters banged up. And since Aqib Talib went out, they've faced Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins. And in those games, they've allowed 302 yards, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I mean, we saw the way that Aaron Rodgers just picked them apart last week. You have Drew Brees coming in here. It's going to be probably, I guess, a shootout because Drew Brees is going to be all over that secondary.
But what can Dante Fowler bring to the table? Because if you can't cover somebody, you need a pass rush so guys can sit at the sticks. That's why I believe that they made the move, understanding that they were injured on the outside. And it could pay dividends in week 1. He should be fresh.
You should be fresh. I'm so pumped up about this game.